Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, who is still punishing me for having to take time off to take care of my sick family members. So, thank you guys so very much. Also, we're doing something a little bit different. If you want to check out the astrology for this moon, it will be linked in the description box below. So, yeah, check that out. It's really cool. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels. Interesting. Ooh, there's a reckoning that's happening. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. No, not all of these. Okay. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. I know you're thinking, Dane, these are all reversed. And that's true. That's true. Good job. But, but it's not bad. It is not bad at all. It isn't. So do be aware of this during this time that this moon is going to be intense. It's not going to be. But we are going to see ourselves being released from being too much in our own heads, overthinking, overanalyzing, having lies come our way. We're releasing a lot of lies. It's like, oh my gosh, like what the heck was I even doing? We're also going to see that we're releasing a lot of the past, but do be mindful that sometimes the past can feel more real than the present. So do be aware of that. And the past also holds a lot of emotions to it. And we need to find balance within that, which is just going to be a bit tricky, which is par for the course. Again, if you look at the astrology, I'll have that linked below. If you look at the astrology for this time, it makes perfect sense. Now, we do have the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, the King of Pentacles is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If we're born on the cusp with Capricorn, if we have Earth sign energy in our chart, we're finding it hard to move forward in prosperity. Now, it can also be, and it is also, that prosperity is a bit difficult for us. Why? We're getting very stuck in seeing things one way. We're like, I researched this, I did all the information, I have all the information. I did it just like this. It has to be just like this. And Spirit wants us to pivot. Spirit wants us to look at things in a different way, open up our mind differently. And we're really going to be stuck in like, it has to be like this. So just be mindful about this during this time that we're really being called to look at things differently, to open up our eyes to new prosperity, to new bounty, to new abundance. But it's just going to be a bit difficult for us. So being aware of that is going to be super important. Okay. Yeah. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a heart in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the 1st of March. So, good luck to everyone. That announcement will be done in a separate video. So, do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box. It will not be me. And if you are interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is also linked in the description box below. I am having a special by popular request. I'm having mini readings being offered, and those are at a special price. So check those out. And yeah. So check those out if you want to. Don't check those out if you don't want to. So let's see what Spirit has to say. This is Rejoice. It is time for us to let joy come forward. It is time to rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Why? We're here. We're here. And we get to celebrate our lives. And that is so important. So often we look at things and say, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, and it's not this and it's not that. It's like, no, celebrate being you. We might want to be somebody else. We might say, like, life isn't going the way that I have planned. Celebrate being you. We go through the hard times so that we can have the beautiful times. And it doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem right. We want everything to be beautiful and sunshine and roses and like a Disney story. And that's great. But if we look at the original fairy tales, they were dark and deep. Like they were not anything to play around with. So during this time, we are releasing a lot of lies. And part of those lies is like, I don't get to enjoy my life, right? Until I meet this goal, until I do this, until I do that. It's like, no, I get to rejoice in me now and live out loud. It moves us to our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. guide this reading, and show me clearly. This is psychic development reversed. Now, there's a blockage around us fully embracing our psychic development. Now, we can call this our sixth sense. We can call this our spiritual intuition, however you want to name it. There is a blockage here. Where does that fall? Mostly around the fact that emotionally we are bombarded. We are taking in too much of the world and we are not releasing it. And Spirit is saying here, we need to see the world, right? We need to understand what's going on, but we cannot hold it in ourselves. We cannot. It will not change anything. We need to release and we need to move forward in peace. We do. We need to move forward in peace and in love. Peace and love. The psychic development, the way of kind of reading a room, connecting with people, that's really important. And that's a beautiful gift. We have it coming forward. We need to focus on our third eye chakra. Focus on seeing the eye in the middle of your forehead opening up. And it's able to see the world in color, in a dimension that we just can't. And it's beautiful, it's powerful, but it is frightening. So here, just visualizing that eye opening and taking in color or shapes or, even sound differently. And I know it's an eye opening. Why would it be sound? Because it does register differently for each and every person. And taking in that energy and being like, okay, how am I moving forward in this? Like, where am I going? But we can also ask ourselves, do I want to develop this way? And if we say no, we can tell Spirit, you know what? No, I'm not ready right now. It will be respected. So do be aware of this. But for some of you Sagittarians, it's your path. Okay, you have to walk that path. And even if you're not ready, it'll come back again. It will come back again. Some people can say, I'm not ready, and the gift, it goes away. Or, we can easily ignore it because it's just tiny. But for some, it's big and it's just an integral part of who you are. So be aware of this. Okay, so let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So this is the 10 of Wands reversed. Be mindful. Be mindful of carrying too much and then just being like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it. And just like walking away, just leaving everything and just walking away. Because we'll have that tendency during this time. Again, check out the astrology if you want to know more. But we will have this tendency during this time to be like, no, it's too much. It's too much. I'm not doing this. And that will be detrimental to us. It really will be. It will not move us forward the way that we need to, the way that we want to. So just be mindful. Let ourselves have timeouts. Give ourselves breaks. Nap time can be important for us. I laugh because I'm just seeing like little kids having nap time and being able to recharge and gain back their battery, type of thing. But here, there's just a sense like we need to treat ourselves at times like little kids. Like we just need a break. We just need to look at everything that we're doing and saying, okay, I'm spreading myself too thin. And we need to be kind to ourselves. And that's going to be really, really, really important. So looking at the King of Pentacles reversed. Now again, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What we're going to be seeing here is that this is in the realm of our prosperity. Now we can't have somebody who is an Earth sign energy or Earth sign energy in our chart, that part of our personality, really getting us stuck on certain things. So do be mindful about this. Also, if we're born on the cusp of Capricorn, right? We can want things to be just so. But what we also have to be mindful of is we have to start looking at ourselves as successful. We look at success and we've kind of pigeonholed ourselves. This is what success looks like. This is what, prosperity looks like. This is what it looks like. And Spirit's like, why? Why? Because it doesn't mean that we can't have the thing that we've always envisioned once we get to that point of success, right? The house that we've always wanted, or, the car that we've always wanted, or something that we've always wanted to accumulate. But we need to look at ourselves and say, what are my gifts? What are my talents? And if our gifts and talents are, are more yellow, then why are we trying to make them blue? Like, I don't know how to describe it because everybody's gifts and talents are going to be different. But what Spirit is saying is like, why are you trying to make yourself fit into a box that you just don't belong in? Let yourself embrace your prosperity. Let yourself embrace your success. Let yourself embrace you. Now, this does not mean that we quit our job and join the circus unless that's really what you want to do and you have the training. What it does mean is that we say to ourselves, okay, I need to let myself shine. And if that's in a hobby that we have right now, that's fine. But if we start to let ourselves shine, if we start to take on maybe as something on the side that we can dedicate ourselves to, that we want to do for a living, we can do that, either through a hobby or through something we want to make into, our living. It doesn't matter. We don't have to monetize everything, but we do need to feed the spark inside of us that will make us more successful, more bountiful, because this is money, or what we value as much as money. And here it's turned upside down. It's like I don't have that sense of connection, that sense of success, that sense of bounty, that sense of like I'm doing it right. And it's throwing me off course. You're going to have dreams, and you're going to be ignoring these dreams, Sagittarius, but you're going to have dreams about ways that you need to move forward. Or like you have glimpses of them as you wake up. And then as you go throughout your day, it's like, oh, I lost that. So just be mindful. Keep a dream journal by you. That will be very important or very useful. Now, it's really interesting here. Also, we do have Cancer energy reverse, so do be mindful about that. Our emotions can tend to flood. So our emotions can tend to flood us. Other people's emotions can tend to flood us during this time. Be mindful of this. Also, know that if you have Cancer in your chart, Cancer in your life, their emotions can be really intense, or that part of your personality is like the emotions there are just really intense. So be aware of this. With the Eight of Swords reverse is very much being freed from overthinking, overanalyzing, and being caught in our own head. Now, if you're like me, you can be a worry queen. I can worry about the fact that there's nothing to worry about. How ridiculous is that? And I've been working so hard on releasing worry. Now, I've been doing a meditation where I release all fear, body, mind, and spirit, and that is really quite helpful. So here, you can do that. Like just take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Just chant to yourself. I release all worry, body, mind, and spirit. I release all worry, body, mind, and spirit. And get your voice into that rhythm where you have that vibrational energy to you, right? Kind of like, I release all worry, body, mind, and spirit. I release all worry, body, mind, and spirit. Or I release all fear, body, mind, and spirit. I release all fear, body, mind, and spirit. And let that move with you. If you would like me to do a meditation on it, let me know and I'll totally do that. But here, it's that release. And we're going to see ourselves stepping into us, stepping into a place where it's like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I've got this. Oh, I didn't need to be so afraid. What was I worried about again? So that's going to be a very big deal. And that's going to be very important. So just being aware of this during this time, that we are setting ourselves free, that we're seeing ourselves come out of our own heads and no longer living in our sorrow. We all know people who live in their sorrow, who live in their fear, who live in where everything went wrong. And it's sad. It's sad. Here, it's saying we have our pains, and it's acknowledging our pains, but it is not being ruled by them. And it moves us to the Seven of Swords. And this is to a place where we're releasing lies. It's interesting that we have the Eight of Swords and then the countdown to the Seven. And this is lies. These are lies that we've told ourselves. I'll never be as successful as my sister and my brother. I'll never have that career. I'll never have, whatever that people say to themselves. I'm not blessed, or we're just not lucky people. That type of thing. It doesn't matter what it is that we've told ourselves that is a lie, or what somebody has told us. You're just not the talented one. You're just not this. You're just not that. Those are lies. Somebody else does not get to speak your truth over you. They don't. And I know saying your truth can sound very new agey, but then again, this is all very new agey, right? Or old agey. But what we see ourselves as and how we look at ourselves, how we're moving forward, that's really important. So letting go of the lies that other people said, that they could have said on a bad day, that they might not even remember saying, is liberating to us, is freeing to us. And it brings us to this place where we're releasing. And it's like, I don't need that. I don't need to carry that around with me anymore. That might have been true on that day at that moment, but it didn't mean that it was true for the rest of my life. And it moves us to the Six of Cups. It moves us to looking at the past and understanding that the past can be very, very real. It can be more real at times than our present. But I'm not ruled by that. There's a clarity that's coming forward. And it's like, my history is just that. It's history. It's put on the shelf. It's something that's turned to every now and then, but it's not my present. My present is where I stand right now. And so we need to be mindful that our past can hit us like a tidal wave because our emotions are intense and we can be a little bit too much in our own heads and we're coming out of it, but we still have that proclivity. So be mindful of this during this time. Finding your balance, finding your understanding your story, seeing you. That's going to be really important. And we can want to create the past or have the past to move forward in those great memories of. But we need to let go of the pain, the hurt, the disappointment, the I can'ts. Those are no longer relevant. It brings us. Oh, that's funny. We have the repeat of the number 7. Both of them are reversed. It's interesting, especially for a Sagittarius energy. We're so focused on truth, like what is true for me? What is truth? Those type of philosophical questions can be all consuming for a Sagittarius and very intriguing. 7 is a number of truth. So here with it reversed, we're questioning our truth. We're questioning what's real for us or what's true for us. But also with 7 reversed, we can find that this is a time where any lies whatsoever get called out. And we're like, what the heck? That was so small. That wasn't even a lie. Like, it shouldn't count. So just be aware of this during this time because we will see it and it will be really annoying. With the Chariot reversed, this is being overwhelmed by our emotions. This is the intensity of things just kind of coming at us. We feel too much. That could be where we're shutting down, empathically, psychically. We're feeling too much. And I was listening to a shaman, a Native American shaman, and he said something so profound. He was like, we think it's so good to be sensitive, right? People are like, oh, you're sensitive. That's fantastic. But if you're so sensitive, you can't use your gifts, right? You can't use that sensitivity to heal or to connect. Then what is its good? If you're so sensitive, you can't be part of the world. What is its good? And I like that. So here, if we're being hit by the world and we are so sensitive to it, we're just stopping. What is its good? What is the good of that sensitivity? It's paralyzing us. And so, of course, our mind is going to think, I need to shut it down, or I just can't do things. So here, it's embracing our emotions. It's embracing our feelings, but it's learning how to take reign of them. And we're going to see that during this new moon. And from new moon to new moon, that is going to be one of our great challenges, is to take the reins of our emotions and to say it doesn't get the tidal wave over me. And also to be able to say to certain people in our lives, like, your emotions do not get to tidal wave over me. Your truth doesn't have to be my truth. Your way of seeing things, I do not have to agree with. And I do not need this tidal wave knocking me down all the time, whether it's with another person or whether it's within ourselves. And it moves us then to the 6 of Pentacles reversed. Things are going to be out of balance. Little things are going to be out of balance. Day-to-day things. It can really upset us. We have to look at finding the harmony, finding the balance, finding the security within things. Yes, that's going to be important. But also with the 6 of Pentacles, there's also going to be a time where things aren't fair, right? We have the repeat of the number 7. Things aren't going to be fair. And we also have the repeat of the number 6 reversed. We're also not going to be very nurturing to ourselves. Do be mindful about that here, Sagittarius. But things aren't going to be fair. We're going to be dealt a raw deal. There's going to be like a sense of like, oh, that was a bad hand type of thing. Do not let it consume you. Do not. Look at it and be like, okay, I see that. Like, that wasn't fair. That was somebody being nitpicky about things. Okay, I get that. But I still believe in me. I'm still standing up for me. I'm still showing up for me. That's going to be super important. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Let me just move back my mic, which I hit with my cards. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay. So what's cool here is that our bonus card is have faith in your dreams. And Spirit's like, hey, listen, Sagittarius, have faith in your dreams. We're starting to forget our dreams, or like we're thinking the impossible can't be done. For one reason or another, the beauty of our dreams can't come forward. And Spirit's like, have faith in your dreams. You're going to be surprised at what comes forward. You're going to be surprised at what you get to connect with again. And Spirit's going to be showing you like little reminders of things, like little, like, oh yeah, I can do this type of energy is going to come. It's like, remember that dream? Remember that dream. It moves us then over the King of Pentacles reversed. We have surrender. Your commitment is being tested. So with the King of Pentacles reversed, with financial troubles, or like with what we value as much as money, like doubting ourselves or being so strict with ourselves, or being so focused on it, our commitment is being tested. We need to surrender. And it's our commitment is being tested to a faith in a higher power, right? To a sense of, okay, there's something more out here than meets the eye type of thing. I do not need to have all the answers. We're trying to make a square peg fit in a round hole. We're trying to make something that we're trying to make ourselves or our talents be just a certain way. And Spirit's like, but just look at you. Just surrender into, your angelic connection, your path forward, like your life purpose. And I know that's so easy to say, like surrender to your life purpose, because we're all trying to figure that out. But surrender into the joy of your soul, to the rejoicing of your being, and see what that opens up. Start adding little sparks of joy. Now, it might not be at our 9-to-5 job, right? But if we can add those sparks of joy into our life, into our existence, we will be surprised at the way we move forward. We'll be surprised at what we start manifesting. And it brings us then to a fiery climax approaches as we get out of our own head. This isn't a time to take action, though with a full moon of Aries, which is what this card is, we can think it is time to take action. But, it's not a time to take action instantaneously. It's like a fiery climax is approaching. We have this moon come in, and then we have the sense of a release coming forward. Like we start to have some sort of epiphanies where it's like, okay, I'm releasing this. I'm moving forward in this energy. I'm letting go of that. And then we start to see our tenacity, our determination coming forward. And then we start taking action. So the action isn't going to come instantaneously, but it's like, okay, once I get out of my own way, then I'm going to see myself moving forward, so much more profoundly than I had imagined. Now, nothing will come of the situation is reversed. So that's the void of course. Now, the void of course happens multiple times throughout a lunar cycle, and it really does. It's like what you expect will happen doesn't. So things tend to go pear shapes during that time. And some people choose not to do anything during a void of course. Some people do. It's totally up to you. But here, we're having this sense of nothing will come of the situation reversed. So something will come of the situation. But again, it's not what you expect. And it's not when you expect it. It's going to lead us to growth. But it's as we release the lies, the doubts, the fears, the negativity that held you back. Again, there are certain things, like hurtful things, like maybe you were singing and, you were singing too loud and somebody told you, or you were singing a little bit off key and somebody told you, oh my gosh, you're a terrible singer. Don't ever sing. And that stung you and you've never sung since. That might have been true then, right? Or to their ears, you might not have been good, but they could have been tone deaf, right? Or it was just their opinion. And if you started singing now, or you started getting lessons, you could find that there's something there. But we let people's words have too much power over us. And it knocks us off our path. Or maybe it's part of the path we're supposed to walk and we're being tested, or, kind of like double dog dare. Will you go back on that path? Will you embrace that dream again? Will you not let those words be so overwhelming or be so prevalent in your mind now? You and your loved ones are safe. And there's a new beginning here. And it's time to release the past. It is. Take the beautiful things from it. Take the beautiful things and run with it. But it's time to release the past. Don't let your past hold you back. Oh, I love that. It's time to release the past and don't let your past hold you back. We need to release. We're going to have difficulty releasing because, again, we're having so much emotion, so much feeling come at us. But we do need to release. So just know that once we let go of the past, like once we start to say, okay, I'm not that, then we will start to release. But we also have to, like, kind of put up a bit of a wall, yeah, between us and the emotions of the world. It's like, I can't be carrying all of that. I just can't. Surrender to the divine. There's a resilience here. Now, this is reversed because we can think that surrendering to the divine is going to tarnish our resilience. It's like it's going to make everything harder. But we're going to see that it actually starts to put things back into balance. And it's time to take the world tree off our back and start to plant what we truly want, what we truly desire, and what we truly need for ourselves. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which is luminous, reversed. That's funny because the new moon isn't luminous, right? It is simply the shadows of it all. And it's letting ourselves embrace those shadows without saying, I need it to be brightened. I need it to be more than what it is. It's simply saying, this is the time that we are in, and I connect with it. And see what that's like if we do that for our lives. It brings us to our subconscious chakra message, which is peace, crown chakra. It is time to crown ourselves with peace, Sagittarius. It is time to say, this is my peace, this is my harmony, this is what I desire in my world. And I move forward in peace. I move forward in harmony. I move forward in blessings. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Three of Pentacles reversed. Not necessarily being a team player. We kind of like things to do. We kind of like to do things on our own, but also there's a sense here of others, not playing ball. Like there's just a sense here. Be mindful of passing up opportunities, right? That involve us to work in a team because we have been burnt in the past. But be very mindful of who you're choosing as your teammates or who you're saying yes to work with. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious tarot message is strength reversed. This is might equals right. And we're kind of looking at things and saying might equals right. And Spirit is saying no. So what we're going to see is the sense of finding our strength and finding our power through compassion and through love. This is also Leo energy. So we might not be getting on the best with Leo energy if we have this in our chart or we have this in our lives. But we're also expecting things to move in one certain direction. Strength is supposed to look like this, or prosperity is supposed to look like this. And it's just not going to. This time is going to take a different turn than we expected. It moves us to our subconscious Luna message. And we have here fear. Oh, interesting. Yeah. That the Cancer, right? The sign Cancer is coming through so strongly in the new moon and in the full moon. And it says your personal issue reaches resolution, but we're afraid. And we have that Cancer energy reversed with the Chariot reversed. Chariot is Cancer in the zodiac. So we have fear coming forward. And even though a personal issue reaches resolution, we're still stuck. We're still stuck in that place where I can't. And Spirit's like, why? What is the fear that is resounding over us, that is weighing us down, that is holding us back? So just be aware of this during this time. Yeah, because you're okay. You really are okay, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and knowing that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Sagittarius, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.